City, the hub of American engines and cars. But the horsepower you'll see today exceeds anything coming out of these factories. As NBC Sports presents the U.S. Hot Rod Mud and Monster Truck Racing Super Challenge. To the Silverdome here in Pontiac, Michigan, which is normally the home of the National Football League Detroit Lions, but not this afternoon. This afternoon it's the home of the U.S. Hot Rod Mud and Monster Truck Racing Super Challenge. And here to help me call all the action is Jerry Devine. And Jerry, besides noisy, what is it that makes this such an exciting event?
Well, the U.S. Hot Rod Association sanctions over 200 of these events every year across Canada, the United States, and around the world.
But there's got to be something special about it that they're able to put 60 to 70,000 people in an arena like this.
Well, that's right. It's the competition, the color, and the action. And we're going to see plenty of it this afternoon.
Now, there are 4 different races we're going to see today?
That's right. We're going to see monster trucks racing. We're going to see the super modified mud bog racers. Then we're going to see Demolition Derby, and, of course, 2 world record attempts with Spanky Spangler.
Well, during that time, we will be up in the announce booth, but down here on the track during the course of the action is Bret Kepner, and he's over by Bigfoot.
Well, thank you, Ahmad. You know, the phenomenon of monster truck racing has definitely taken the country by storm since its origins back in 1973 when a gentleman from St. Louis, Missouri named Bob Chandler decided to draw a little bit of attention to his 4-wheel drive truck business. He created the original monster truck, and he named it Bigfoot. Now, nearly 2 decades later, that same name is still at the forefront of this incredible form of motorsports. In recent years, however, the Bigfoot team has received more and more challenges from the ever-growing number of monster truck competitors on the national tour. This event should be the ultimate showdown for these types of vehicles. Back to you, gentlemen.
All right, our first event we're going to see is the Monster Trucks head-to-head competition. They will race over 8 cars. Notice Rocket Truck fell into some good fortune in the qualifying round. Speed counted for something. Rocket was able to advance because he had the fastest time of a loser.
Well, all the kings are here. First round coming up.
As we get set for our first race, remember it's the fastest one to the finish, and the course takes them over 8 cars. In lane 1, Rob Fuchs, driving First Blood. He's 29 years old from Woodstock, Illinois, and he's been driving for 4 years, driving a 1990 Ford that's valued at $80,000. In lane 2, 32-year-old Andy Brass driving Bigfoot, probably the most recognized name in monster truck racing. We had a chance to visit the home of Bigfoot. What began as a hobby for owner Bob Chandler has turned into a gold mine. Bigfoot is now a multi-million-dollar business who planted his roots in 1974, and the tree has grown. This vehicle is one of 8 Bigfoot trucks which compete nationally. On any given weekend, a Bigfoot truck could be racing in 5 different cities and roughly 80% of the time winning. Every Monday, the trucks converge in Bob Chandler's garage in St. Louis to get fine-tuned for the following weekend's show. Chandler's staff of over 50 employees work to get this bigger-than-life star on the road and in good health. And Bigfoot truly is a star. With 6 first-run movies under its chassis, Bigfoot definitely has its fans. That contingent includes fans internationally.
バカの大橋間抜けのキャサってなことを昔から申しますが、この大橋はバカじゃない。それでは早速魔のドロンココースをセーブしていただきましょう。
And wrestling, Sergeant Slaughter is also included amongst his fans. Sergeant Slaughter with his team, the Battle Battalion, was matched up in a tug-of-war against Bigfoot.
Going to be quite an exciting race.
Bigfoot's competition today is from other monster trucks. Challenges like Fred Schaefer's Barefoot are making each race tougher to win.
It's going to be tough. They're going to have to lose some.
So now we will see how Bigfoot fares in today's races, starting with the first round.
Well, Bigfoot is one of the most sophisticated monster trucks out here this afternoon. Christmas tree start. Here we go. Let's watch him. Bigfoot on his way. Lots of air. He's through it. And a great race for Bigfoot.
Not only a sophisticated car, but a very fast one. Let's take a look at the replay.
All right, on the replay, you can see Bigfoot getting off just a little bit to the left, coming down kind of hard on that left front tire, but he's okay and he will advance.
And we will now advance to our second race. It pits Taurus against Kodiak. Taurus in lane 1, Kodiak in lane 2.
Taurus just recently beat Bigfoot at the Houston Astrodome.
Taurus is driven by Jack Willman, who's 26 years old. He's from Madison, Illinois, and he's been driving since he was 14, so none of this is very new to him. Now, Kodiak is driven by Mark Bindler, also 26. He's from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
All right, we're on our way, and look at Taurus go. Beat him by nearly half a track. He wants to get into the final. He gets a good launch, but notice how much time he spends in the air. He nearly clears all of the cars, but that extra time in the air could cost you the race.
Well, you mentioned that Taurus did, in fact, beat Bigfoot earlier this year, and it looks like he has that same thing on his mind now. We're now ready for our third heat. It will be Excalibur in lane 1 going against Rocket in lane 2.
All right, both drivers are ready to go. They're watching that Christmas tree. Just one yellow and then a green.
Excalibur is driven by Chuck Pocken from Toledo, Ohio. He's 29 years old. And Rocket will be driven by Dale Boucher, 22 years old, from Santa Ynez, California.
All right, they're just about ready to throw the switch on the Christmas tree. Watch him, a good launch. Excalibur maybe with just a few feet, and that might have won him the race. Excalibur advances into the next round.
Jerry, it appears that the start is so important.
Well, it certainly is, because it's the first one to the finish line in monster truck racing that takes the win. Look at the height on both of these cars. Excalibur getting off just a little bit to the left, and look at this. I thought maybe he was going to go right over on his nose. Clearing 8 cars. Can you imagine that? A total racing distance of 150 feet.
It appears that the driving expertise comes in when they come down out of the air. Our next heat features Barefoot, driven by Fred Schaefer. He's 43 years old, from Pontoon Beach, Illinois. Been driving for 13 years. Now, he will apparently race alone because Star Monster, driven by Danny Tassone, had some sort of a breakdown.
That's right. He broke apart in the drivetrain right after qualifying, and he was given a period of time in order to fix it, but he was not able to make it to the line. So a bye run, a single run for Fred Schaefer and Barefoot.
That is called an easy ride through the park right there.
But by the rules of the U.S. Hot Rod Association, they have to make the run.
Now, this is what the matchups look like for the semifinals. Bigfoot will go against Taurus. Excalibur will go against Barefoot. Coming up next, it's Daredevil Spanky Spangler as he attempts to jump over 14 cars in his Honda Odyssey. Stay with us.